good progress until I ran over this guy. And that kind of just reminds me that I am limited in my speed because it is rather difficult to see that kind of thing. Let's see, it sent me out of the water. Let's get a good look at it. I'd say it's about as wide as a telephone pole. Knocked my keel down again, so I'll have to lift that out of the water. And because that one was so big, I just kind of jumped over and also hit the motor. But the motor still seems to be running. And I've still got all three propellers. They're not that bent. Except this is a problem. In trying to pull up the keel, it appears I have broken it. Totally, the cable is off. Now the question is, does that mean that the keel is permanently down, or does it mean that it fell off? I would prefer that it fell off. I think, I'm not really sure. But if it's permanently down, it means that I have something that's jaggeding down 4 feet into the water that weighs
I'm answering you on
100,
23 there.
100 and,
Detroit, if you read me here.
sorry, that's my
you got
JHF, 165
Yeah,
pounds.
good.
Okay, with my keel totally down or off, I'm trying to figure out how I can figure out if it's totally down or off. I don't want to necessarily beach myself, because what happened in Albany was the keel was down and then all the weight was on the keel and I couldn't get it back up. And then I was literally jammed into the water. If I could kind of run over an extended log, or I can jump off the boat and try and put my feet down and see if I can feel the keel hanging down. I guess I'll get back to you when I figure out something. Sure is a lot of water in the bottom of the boat. I'm not sure if that's just because I came to a stop and I haven't emptied it in a minute. Let me put on the old bilge pump here and see how quickly it empties and how quickly it fills up. I think this is the problem. I think I got, yep, that's it. I got a huge leak right there. I think I better keep this bilge pump running and get my ass to Mount Vernon, which is the next town along the way, and figure out what to do from there. This seems like a catastrophic problem. I need to get to Mount Vernon, which is around this next bend, because at least there's like a city there, and there's also some sort of a barge repair place. Because if I'm not sure if I'm gonna sink here, so I gotta get into some shallow water that's around society. That is the sound of the keel dragging along the bottom of the water, because I'm no longer drawing 4 inches, I'm drawing 4 feet. So I've got to now actually get out into this channel so that I have deep enough water to get to Mount Vernon. I need to get past these barges and then beach myself. Thank God, Mount Vernon had a dock that's actually in the water. So I'm out of immediate danger, but this leak needs to be remedied here in the near term. I need help, I need advice, I need blue-collar people, and I'm gonna take my own advice and check out this local saloon and see if anybody has any ideas. I am pretty in a bad situation, not life-threatening, but property-threatening and trip-threatening here, because I'm now sitting in the boat here. Turn the bilge pump off. It's filling up about an inch of water every maybe 2 minutes. Luckily I'm on a dock, so I can transfer my personal property to this dock. But I don't know what to do in terms of taking the boat out. I can't fix this boat with it in the water. It's actively in the process of sinking. I'm not sure I can bring it onto a trailer, if I could even find somebody who has one, because the 4-foot keel is down. And I called the barge service, which is just downriver, but they didn't answer. I was hoping maybe they had one of those U-shaped things they could maybe put underneath and actually like lift it up. But geez, again, I would hate to have to spend, $3,000 on a boat that cost me $350. If anybody has any ideas, please feel free to put them in the comments, and I would love to hear them. Literally taking on about 1 inch of water per minute.